bit just because of scrimmage tomorrow, and then we'll get back to meetings and hopefully come out and have a good day tomorrow.
Have you decided how many reps and that kind of stuff you're going to do?
Yeah, we're going to be around 30, 35 roughly.
That first and second team?
Yeah.
That for the first and second team?
I don't recall exactly.
Okay.
Gary, you guys announced the signing of Anthony Hines yesterday. Just talk a little bit about the process of finding him and why you wanted to bring him in for this season.
Well, it was just a situation where, from an eligibility standpoint, he has, 4 years to play, 3, which, that lends itself always you're not really a junior college player. It's just a little bit different, and we like that way better if it works out that way. And we just thought he was a really good athlete. He had an injury. We looked at his foot injury when he came up. He was fine. Very good student, and it was just kind of the right fit at the right time. And it was certainly okay too with his where he was at too. So we had to make sure we handled it the right way.
Are you guys anticipating being able to use him this year?
Well, I don't know. I mean, we can. We're legally. I mean, he will be eligible. I mean, so we'll have to just kind of wait and see. I mean, that's going to be difficult, but anything can happen too. If you have injuries, anything can happen. But we got to get him out here and start working with him. And obviously, he's got some experience, a little bit of experience level different than our players kind of size.
Do you feel like Donovan Newsom, does he have the skill set to be able to get on the field in kind of situations where you'd use a nickel back last year or anything like that?
He's really playing well, and he's a tremendous athlete, and one of those guys that really never has been producing the numbers that kind of my expectation level is, just because he's such a great athlete. But he's playing a whole different level. He's kind of like where we thought he is to be. He's very, very athletic for his size. He's 235 pounds, but he really moves tremendously well. So you can do a lot of things with him. We put him in a position where he can make a lot of plays in our scheme, and we're looking forward to see hopefully a really, really good year, which he's very capable of. But we're seeing all the signs that you usually see from guys who kind of make that next step, from maturity and just figure it all out.
The receivers played well in the last scrimmages. Is there something you're looking for that unit to improve upon in this scrimmage?
Well, I just think our whole passing game. I mean, we're inconsistent, and we got a lot of young players. It doesn't matter, and so that's just it's just the whole thing is, if you can get to the point where you don't beat yourself and you don't have poor routes, you don't have poor throws, you don't drop footballs. There's so many ways to mess up a pass play, and more so than a running play. So that's just football 101, and hopefully we're going to keep working hard and getting better. I think we're athletic, and just work hard to improve, and we'll run out of time. So it's getting here pretty quick, and obviously we got to get a lot better as you go through the season. But every team I've ever been, not just our passing game, but every team I've ever been, you can stay healthy, and you get to practice and work all the time, you can get a lot better.
How's Connor adjusted to that transition playing on the left side?
I think he's doing fine. I think first of all, I think he's excited about it. Opportunity-wise, at the next level, that'll certainly help him just having that on his resume. If you can go to the next level and play both spots, that's a huge plus. So, it's going to be a little bit different, but he's a good athlete, a big, strong, competitive kid, and I think he's really, really doing well.
Do you know at this point if Ian Simon will be able to scrimmage tomorrow? Or
most likely, but caution. Those hamstrings, you just got to be very cautious. Rex makes all those decisions.
Yesterday, Josh Augusta said he thought you guys wanted him to be at 350. Is that about the range where you want him?
I'm going to just work with Josh on that. I don't, we're not going to discuss my weight today. We're not going to discuss your weight today, and I'm not going to discuss my players' weights. But he's making progress.
At this point of fall camp, how much, of the offensive and defensive playbooks would you ideally like to have in?
Well, I think there's a good portion in. I think you after coming out of spring football, you kind of flood the offense and defense. You just you throw a lot at them, and you go back and start trying to just make sure you're doing all the little things right better. And so that's kind of where we're at, and trying to get all those things taken care of. And that's something that I think also to cause some confusion, especially if you have young players, because you're throwing more at them probably than what they can handle, but you need to get it in initially, then come back to it. And that's pretty much what we do on both sides of the football.